Hi guys, welcome back to Pillars in the Shop. Got a little project here. It's I guess a little out of the ordinary what we mostly do here. You know, mostly we try to work on furniture. I try to help Candace work on furniture. But every once in a while we'll do something a little different. A lot of times it's going to be maybe a little light maintenance or repair on the vehicle or something. And that's what I have today, is a repair on the vehicle. What I have is my dad's old truck. I say old, it's a 99 model Chevrolet, 75,000 miles. Runs like a top. Did some work to it earlier in the year. My dad passed away in January, and my brother and I inherited it. And it needed some attention. You know, with daddy at his age, he didn't wasn't too fired up to put a lot of money into anything. And I've got it running really well. But the windshield washer reservoir leaks, and there's not much room to do anything underneath. I'm gonna go underneath there, and I'm gonna allow y'all to let this big old fat man get on the ground. I'm going in there and see if I can't show you what I'm talking about. And we're going to end up having to pull this out, take the battery out, cross beam or cross member, whatever you want to call that, brace, cross brace out, and see if we can salvage this anyway. Maybe a new O-ring or whatever, I'm not sure. Or we have to buy a new one. But first, gotta get underneath there and hook some wires, and we'll go from there. Here we go. Okay, guys, I'm down here on the ground on my back. This is where the pump is. That's the pump right there to the right finger. And right below it, that's the level indicator. It sends that low level light to your dash when it's just about out of water. Now I filled this thing with water earlier. Actually, I've done it several times, but I did it again just a little while ago. As soon as you put water in it, it drips. And once you hit the button to get it sprayed, it just goes everywhere. And I've adjusted it. You can see it moves. So I've adjusted it. And I can't stop it from leaking. So, got the wires off. And we're on top now. And see if I can, which I can, pull the battery and pull the reservoir out. And see if it needs an O-ring or whatever we may need to try to stop it from leaking. Hopefully we can salvage this. They're not that expensive. We have to buy a new one, but you know, heck, we can get to work. And that's even better. All right, so we'll get up. I ain't gonna film that. I'll just got to use your imagination. All right, guys, let's get started by getting this battery out first thing. Get the negative off. I already loosened it up just a little bit before I remember to turn you guys on. Don't take that the wrong way. Yeah, I hate tight quarters like this. I might have got a socket in there, maybe. I need me a set of those ratcheting box ends. I'm just too cheap to buy them. Eventually. I mean, heck, you can't afford to get every one you might ever need. The chance of me buying a ratcheting, if they even make a ratcheting box end this small, chance of me buying it be slim. All right. I need a spot to stay. Next thing we're gonna do, well, it's not gonna stay. We're gonna take this here brace out of Hope that wasn't too loud for y'all. All right. So as the habit, I put these back in. No, I can't with that one anyway. I can this one. I screwed this one in the brace. All right, I'm back. Now we have to get the tie down loose. That fence is it, but I don't have a long enough extension right here. Let me get an extension. I'll be right back. All right, I think the battery's ready to come out. Did I think the battery's ready to come out? I said, there we go. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see this, but down there's the tray, the battery tray, and I'm gonna have to take it out. There's some bolts, 3 or 4 bolts, one here, one there. I've had them out before. That's why this thing is shiny, because when I replaced the battery back in June, this thing, the battery tray is pretty rough looking. So I went ahead and took it out and painted it real good, cleaned it up. Maybe extend the life of it. Well, we gotta get it out next. $10mm. Everything's a 10mm. Not quite everything. Uh-oh. It's not good. If I remember right, that one was Remember right, the battery acid got to that one pretty bad. One more. Alright, so it ain't coming out either. So I'm gonna have to probably bring that out with a wrench or something. A pair of pliers. Alright, well I'll work on that, and when I get it out, we'll come back. See about getting out the reservoir. Stand by. Alright guys, so we got all the bolts out. That last one, this is it right here. I don't know if we are seeing it very well. It's pretty rounded, pretty rotten. Pretty much ain't gonna go back. I'll try to find a replacement for it. If I don't, well, we'll just be one short. The other one, it came out pretty easy. I stepped it down to 9 millimeter, and it got on it and got it out. Wasn't that bad. So, see about this tray. Yeah. So I'm dried out. I cleaned this up last time. Painted it. It was in pretty bad shape. And I'm gonna put a piece of rubber down in it, and I put it back this time. Put that battery on. Give it a little bit more cushion. Don't let it matter, make any difference or not. It would matter or not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. All right. This tank. What we gonna do with this tank? So we got a bolt here. You guys can see or not, there's one right there. I'm gonna take it out and see what happens in, because I'm really not sure. This is the little repair I made on it last time. I need to go ahead and take that off. Just like that. All right. It's 10 millimeter. They're pretty loose. It's broke it loose my fingers. Still got it. All right. See what happens next here. Well, what I think it is, and I'm pretty sure, is that it is actually, it's one of those little old plastic pop rivet type deals, pop riveted to the inner wheel well. Just a little plastic nut. I'll show y'all here in just a second. We'll see what we're gonna do about getting it off of there. You still have one for sure. Maybe maybe 2. I'm getting my little head in the way. I apologize for that. All right, well, I'm gonna get the camera down there where y'all can see what I'm talking about. Stand by. That little rubber fastener you see right there, or plastic, not rubber, that's connected to the reservoir. I don't think I can hold the camera and pop that loose. So I just want to show you where it's at, and I'm going to get me a couple little tools, see if I can't pop that off of there. Stand by. Alright guys, you can see I got those 2 little plastic plugs, plugs out. And I thought that would do it, but not quite. I'm going to show you here. Kind of irritating. Stand by. Well, I don't know if y'all will be able to see it. I'm going to try. I don't know what's going to focus. I'm going to stick the camera up there. Well, it's got a little boat kind of hidden away. Very difficult place to get to. Well, we're going to do some huffing and puffing, and we're going to get it out of there. Stand by. Got it. We got it. Now, let's see if it's going to come out and I get my big butt off this ground again. Stand by. Well, there it is. I've had worse things to do, but it was a little bit of a struggle. Hey, you probably get people thinking, well, dummy, you got a lift when you lift up in the air. I never thought I'd have to just to get that little old tank out of there. But by the way, when you do get that last boat out, that's it right here. It's the one that had to get out. It drops out of the bottom of the truck. So, what we're gonna do now is empty it out and see if there's any way I can, and that's the crazy thing, because I'm gonna pull out the pump. I'm gonna try to anyway. And if I can't figure out how to make it stop leaking, even if I seal it, I'm not too sure how to test it. I guess I can hit it with 12 volts off the battery, do a jumper, make it pump, see what happens, but we'll see. We'll take her apart, see what's going on. I'll keep you guys up to date. We'll keep recording it as we go. Stand by. All right, guys, I kind of played around with it with that pump, and I see how it comes apart. It's just stuck in like a grommet in the reservoir. But I don't think that's where the leak is. I believe the leak is internal. And I've taken it apart, and I'm gonna do it again where y'all can watch me do it. Try to do it with one hand. I gotta get me a stand for this, but well, I do have one. Stand by, see if I can't make this better. Hopefully I can keep it in the camera. Y'all can see what I'm doing. I've got a little light on it. But anyway, like I said earlier, it pops in a little grommet right there. So you pull it out of here, pull up on it, it'll come out in one piece. But I don't know if you noticed, but when I did that, it almost came apart. That's what I think is our problem. We'll take it apart, and on the inside, there's an O-ring. Now I might be able to replace that O-ring, put it back together, and test it, see if it's gonna hold. But it doesn't seem to want to really go back together like it did earlier. So, uh-oh. One thing I don't want to do is put it back in and it leak again. So unless I can get an O-ring in here, get this thing go back together, bear with me, I forget to keep the stuff in the camera. That's all right. I'm not really seeing any way to really, it looks to me like it's cracked, but I thought maybe the freeze, a couple of years ago got it, but it looks cracked on both sides. But it's just not sitting in there like I think it should. So there's a very good chance I'm gonna play around with it. But most likely, if I'm not 100% confident in it, then I'm gonna order an all new one. I'll probably order the whole thing, the pump, the reservoir, level. So I'll show you something. I hope you can see it. Let me stand up. Give you guys a good look at this. I don't know if you can see that, but it has a date on it. 10/28/98. So that thing is going on 25 years old. I think we got its life out of it. So I wouldn't feel bad about just go ahead and replacing it. All right, so I'm gonna cut it off now. It's after 5 o'clock, you know what that means. We'll cut it off now so if I can't get one ordered, and when it comes in, we'll see how much huffing and puffing it takes for me to put it back. Stand by. Well, it's a couple of days later. I told you I had to order a pump. The other one was leaking real bad. I thought about trying to fix it. Truthfully, I guess I could figure out a way to test it, but as much trouble it was to get this out of there, I really didn't want to put it back and have it leak again. Once and done is my motto. So I looked online. So I'll find another pump and another level detector. It ain't a problem finding pumps. It ain't a problem finding reservoirs. But I had trouble finding the level detectors. So I went to Amazon, and guess what I found? Brand spanking new one. Cap, hoses, pump, level detector. I mean, the other one had been in there since 1999, so that's 24 years. This cost about $60 delivered. I said, well, you know what? I think it's worth the investment. I try to save money where I can, but let's be realistic. We got our money's worth out of it. And this, again, like I said, this is what worried me. Was it going to leak? I can turn it. But if I've moved it and broke the seal, I can't find that. I looked very hard for it and I couldn't. So I'm going to go back with this one. And I'm going to get it shoved in, at least get it started, get it shoved in from the bottom, get one of the bolts in that holds it. And then I'll come back to you and show you about me hooking it back up on top. Underneath, it's really no good place to put the camera. So I'm just going to do that. And you guys just got to suffer through missing it. But anyway, I know I won't bother you very much. I'll be right back. All right, guys, you can see I got it in there. Got a lot of grunting and puffing from the bottom, but it's in. I got one bow holding it in right now. Remember, I was worried about the electrical connectors being hard to get off, and they weren't. They popped right off. They didn't pop right back on. It was a little bit of a struggle getting them back on, but they're there. We got the hose hooked back up down there. I've got a bolt on the side I'm gonna put in first. Then we'll start working on the battery tray. Probably not gonna have as many bolts in there that we started with, because some of them are rotten. This one right here, I don't know if you saw that. This one, there's one right here that I'm not gonna be able to do anything with. So it's gonna be that bolt on bottom, this bolt here, and I got a couple of those little snap-in retainers that's gonna go in the wheel well, the little rubber piece in the wheel well. I think it's more to hold the wheel well in place. That rubber, I don't know what to call it, but mud flap is like kind of like this. It goes around the wheel on top. Liner. Kind of more to hold that liner in place than anything. But this isn't going anywhere. This is tight. So I'm gonna get the tray back in. And I remember saying something about I was gonna try to put a piece of rubber in the bottom of it. Still like to, but I can't find my piece of rubber. So it may not get put back. It may not get put in. Well, why I'm being so quiet for it, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough bolts. They had so many rotten ones. I'm not too sure I'm gonna put any in the bottom. Maybe I ought to put one inside, one in the bottom. That'd probably be better. One inside to keep it lined up. One in the bottom to keep it down. The other ones I got, the heads are just too far gone on. That's not going anywhere. That is down there. Wish I had one more bolt put in, but the only one I got left is one that's really not in very good shape. Kind of afraid if I put it in, I may not get it back out. But I'm hoping I don't ever have to take this thing back out. So maybe I can just snug it up a little bit. Yeah, I'll stop right there. All right. Well, I'll be. Guess what I found? More bolts. Yep, some more bolts. That's good news. Uh-oh, hit the camera. I'm gonna still see what I'm doing here. Trying not to get my head in the way. I'm saying these two These pretty shiny ones right here, because the acid didn't get on, from the battery acid didn't get on. Whoop. Do that all the time. Well, it ain't going nowhere for dang sure now. Well, I didn't find, but I did my little piece of rubber, so I'm just not going to worry with it. It's painted. It should be good. Should outlast me. Come on, help me out just a little bit here. Break my dadgum new, all my new stuff. There we go. It's in there, kinda. Let's get our wedge in there, or keeper, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and battery tie down in there, get it installed. All right. Now let's see if we can get some battery hooked back up in this thing. That ain't much better. It don't give you much room. Don't want to cross thread these things. I don't like these side mount batteries. Just for this reason. A pain. Well, my battery died just about the time I was ready to test this thing, so I had to change it out. That was a good thing though. Sat down a minute, had a bottle of cold water. And so I think we're gonna be able to wrap it up now. Cross your fingers, it's gonna work. If it does, it'll be the first time in 5, 6, 7 years. So let's see. Cross your fingers. Uh-oh. Got a leak. It's pumping. Let's see what we got. Looks like it broke right there. Yep. Like it broke right there. All right, so let me fix that and I'll be right back. All right, I think I got it fixed. It's kind of ugly, kind of short. As long as it don't leak, yeah, that's what we want. So let's try her again. Okay, let's see what we got here, guys. Still leaking. See if I can see exactly where. Same spot. All right, let's see what we have to do next with it. Take that little piece of hose there. I've seen this better days. Can't really tell, truthfully, just where it leaks. May have to put the camera on it and see what the camera shows. So hang on a second. Okay, Put the camera on it, maybe get it up and see what it's doing there. I'll go watch the rewind and see what I can find. Alright. Well, I think I got all the leaks fixed. Let's try her again. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I think I still saw a little water. No, I didn't see water. I saw it going through that tube. That mean it's leaking out? I don't think so. I got just a couple things to button this up. I got to put that cross brace back in above that battery. I don't think there's nothing exciting about that. This isn't the prettiest job in the world, but it'll get it done. This thing hasn't had windshield wiper water in 6 years. So it's better than it was. Hopefully I won't have to mess with it again for a long time. Thank y'all for tolerating me and my huffing and puffing and grunting, getting them down off the ground. But got it done. We got more coming at you. Hang in there with us. Like, subscribe, and we'll leave a comment. We'd like to hear from you. Till then, later guys.